What's up guys, and welcome back to another episode of the La Liga career mode. It's episode number 28. Lots to get through in the penultimate episode of the save today. More games in La Liga, 5 behind Real Madrid than they do have the game in hand. We start with this Copa del Rey semi-final, second leg away in Barcelona, tied at 0-0 after the first leg, and I would say realistically, after being knocked out of the Champions League and several points behind Real Madrid, this is really the only winnable competition available. So semi-final, second leg, Barcelona. Can we keep our trophy dreams alive this year? Vamos, guys. Last episode we were talking about how, I've done many seasons on FC 25 so far. It's going to be 1-0 early. And this ties into my point. And I still haven't won the Champions League more than 2 times. And even just winning trophies, I've not won a lot altogether. It is so much more difficult than before. And it's a totally different ball game, pardon the play on words, as opposed to before when 3 years in and I've probably already got a Champions League, a Premier League, and maybe a League Cup as well. It's not the same anymore. It is so much more difficult. We've built an amazing 5-star team with Valencia, but we're almost definitely going to end up trophy this again. And there's a genuine chance I'll get sacked coming the end of the season as well, because the objectives at the start of the campaign were to win La Liga. Let's just be honest, that's not going to happen now. That's not defeatist, that's just realistic. And, okay, Copa del Rey, Arsenal reached the semi-finals. This is it, we've got there. But Champions League, we've fallen way short, getting knocked out in the last 16, and so I may not survive come the end of this season. I guess we'll see. But the difficulty, it's unbelievable. It's good. It's really good. People used to have a meme of me back in the day, like, oh yeah, I just win trophies every single season. It doesn't happen anymore. Maybe back in the day, not anymore. Samu, come on! Gives us the leveler 27 minutes in. I think my job hinges on us winning this Copa del Rey. Okay, oh, come on. I was going to say dispossessed by Mascara, but how often does this happen in this year's FC? Chevalier makes the save, but the rebound turns in by the Georgian. So often the deflections, the tackles, they go straight back to the opponent. And it's 2-1. It's the story of the season. We score so many goals. We concede even more. Every year, FC has become more and more difficult for me. And it's brilliant because, like I said earlier, back in the day, I'd win trophies very frequently. It doesn't happen anymore. Oh, Hugo, brilliantly done. Excellently done. Come on. Great work on his comeback game, and it's 2-2. I said FC 23 was the hardest FC I'd ever played. Then I said that about FC 24 last year, and now I'm saying it about FC 25. Every year, EA do a great job of improving the difficulty, increasing the challenge, and making it even harder. As tough and as frustrating as it is a good thing. This is ultimate. It should feel like the ultimate difficulty, and you best believe for me it definitely is. 45 minutes to play, still 2-2. I'm going to make a bold prediction and say whoever wins this semi-final goes on to win the cup, because with all due respect to Mallorca and Girona, those are decent teams, don't get me wrong, but, us and Barcelona are a level above those two, I'd say. So, I'd say whoever wins this wins the cup. And again, for us, we have to win it. Like, we have to win this cup. I don't think there's any doubt about it now. Then it's cup or bust as Chevalier makes the save. And Correa takes his time as we'll work our way forward. Is it going, Pens? Just that heartbreak in Europe on Pens. Will we experience it again? 15 to go. This is probably going extra time. It's the last thing we need. Because we're still technically in the race for the title, as unlikely as it is. Real Madrid will be loving this. Their closest threats, both having to go to extra time. There's Kvaratskhelia. Rolls it across. 12 to play. I think that is the end of our season. And it's ended by an American. Captain Christian Pulisic. It's just been that sort of season. We scored 5 goals in our last 16 tie against Borussia Dortmund and still got knocked out. We scored. Oh, it's over now. It's just absolutely. Oh, what a goal. Absolutely brilliant. We scored 2 tonight at the Olympic Stadium, and we're going out of the semis. And that is honestly, what a goal. That is the perfect hezzy. Dribble inside, and the chip to match. Look at this here. Wait. Whoop, see you later. I've said it before, and I'll say it again. The past 3 years, the game has got more and more and more difficult. 4 seasons with Valencia, hundreds of millions spent, no trophies. It's over. Well, there's still 10 games to go in La Liga, and I mean, technically we are still in the hunt for the titles, Real Madrid's closest threat, but I would say, based on the gap, and them having the game in hand, and them having the better head-to-head record, in order for us to win La Liga and not end trophyless, we need to go 10 from 10, a perfect 30 points claimed, in order to have any sort of chance of winning it. So first to final 10, Sevilla struggling this year at the Mestalla. Vamos Valencia. Let's get back to form here. Come on. I think I was just a bit naive this year, really. I mean, I headed into the season thinking, oh yeah, trophies almost guaranteed. Might even win a couple. And it's like, bro, you're in La Liga. You know, this is not Liga, where you've only got possibly PSG to battle with. You got Real Madrid. You got Barcelona. You got Atletico Madrid, who granted are having a bit of an off year, but also as well, you got to remember, there's normally that one wild card has a good year as well. This year it's been Villarreal. I mean, come on, it's going to be a tough one to win anything domestically, and then of course Europe as well. Yeah, I think I was a little naive this year, and that naivety has cost me big time, and may well cost me my job. A big problem this year, which I've said numerous times, has of course been the defence. I mean, we've just conceded too many goals. We score every game. Every single game we get at least a goal, normally 2 or 3. But the problem is, I mean, when was the last time we kept a clean sheet, you know? Like, we just cannot defend to save our lives. And we brought in a world-class goalkeeper, but world-class goalkeeper or not, if your defence is amateur, it doesn't matter. There was a great discussion on Stick to Football, really good podcast with Gary Neville and Jamie Carragher and Roy Keane and Jill Scott, and they were talking to Kasper Schmeichel, obviously the son of the legendary Peter Schmeichel, but Kasper's carved out a brilliant career of his own, of course, now in the final years with Celtic. And there was a great discussion on there. We were talking about the Golden Glove. And what's more crucial? Is it actually the defence, or is it the goalkeeper themselves? You know, if you took the best goalkeeper in the league with the worst defence, or the worst goalkeeper in the league with the best defence, who concedes fewer goals in a season? I thought it was a really fascinating take, I must admit. And most argued that the stronger back line with the weakest goalkeeper would have the better defensive record. And I also, despite being in the goalkeepers union, would agree with that as well. But that's been the problem, really. Goalkeeper's class, my defence, absolutely shocking. Anyway, 2-1 here, we turn this around. Oh, and Ian Wright's on the podcast, of course. Righty, how could I forget Ian Wright? Great man, top bloke, love Ian Wright. But anyway, love that performance on the comeback as well. 2 goals in 7 minutes, coming from behind, claiming the win. 1 down, 9 to go. And to be fair, we have cut it to 3 points. Real Madrid just had a rare slip-up. But again, the problem is they've still got the game in hand. And don't forget, because they're head-to-head record, it means if we finish level on points, we'll still finish below them. So it feels like an extra point. So yeah, the odds are still well stacked against us. And this is an incredibly tough game to go into as well. One of our toughest remaining. Following contest, Atletico away to Metropolitano. Right now going for a Champions League spot with 8 games to play. Incredibly difficult game here to follow on from. Vamos Valencia. Yeah, I'm not going to start getting hopeful unless we, get to match day 35 and suddenly the gap is 1 and Real have no game in hand. You know, that's the only way I'm going to start believing it's actually still doable. At this point, it's just get enough points you need to make sure you don't drop out of the Champions League. That's the first thing. Make sure we're safe in the big time for another year. Pepe Lu, 6 minutes in, says, Gaffer, let's not give up on the title just yet, shall we? 1-0 Valencia, perfect start in the capital. Yeah, I mean, it's not as insurmountable as I've been making it out to be. I mean, it's not like, 12 behind, for example, and they've still got a game in hand, you know. It's only a few points, but again, the problem is, and I know the irony is that Real Madrid did just slip up a moment ago, but, oh, great save, Chevalier. They haven't slipped up many times, whereas with us, with our team, I mean, you've seen many times this season that we do drop points in games which really we should be winning with, not necessarily ease, but be fair. Oh, wow, whoa. Be firm favourites for. And this is going to be 2, and it's the perfect start. What a counter. Atletico, no one back. We had about 3 black shirts there on 1 red and white striped. We were absolutely on that on the break. Lightning quick. Heck of a performance this, I must say. Atletico have not had a sniff in this game. And considering how shaky my back line is, well, where is this sort of defending been? Alvarez with a wonderful acrobatic effort. But Chevalier got down low to his right and made quite a comfortable save in the end. Other than that one half chance, it has been Valencia keeping that door close Why have we not done this throughout the season? So much better defensively. But I think it's just being locked in, that's the thing. Like, that's the problem with me. I'm so lackadaisical at times defensively, and you can't do that on Ultimate. It's not the quality defense. It's just the man holding the controller at times is not locked in. That's what I've got to do for next season. Total mentality shift. Stay as locked in on defense as I am on offense. Great save, Chevalier, and pounces on the rebound. As you guys know, I'm a massive basketball fan, and I absolutely love seeing it when a team is just locked in on defense and they play swarming, absolutely swarming defense. It's brilliant to watch, and that's what I've got to do, because it's fun. You know, it might not show up in the stat sheet, but it's fun. And in a game like this, when you can do it successfully, you feel brilliant when you come away with a win. That's Atletico Madrid away, who've just completely shut the door on and taken our chances on the offensive end. Big 2-0 win in Madrid, 2 down, 8 to go, and listen, we're still rank outside for the title, but we're not giving up. How did Real Madrid get on? Well, here we go, moment of truth. I think it was Celta Vigo at home, so it should be a banker, but don't have it there, so it must have been either a late kickoff or an early one, but we'll see in the main menu. No, gap's still free, still would have won it. So yeah, yeah, they won 2-1, close though. You got Deportivo Alaves away next, so we'll get through to that game together. But like I said, this is the problem really. Destiny is firmly out of our own hands, whilst we will probably slip up at least once or twice in our remaining run-in. I'm not sure Real Madrid will. So we'll sim through to the Rayo Vallecano game. We're desperate for Alaves to pull off a mild one there, otherwise, I think let's just be honest, we're delaying the inevitable. So let's have a quick look together. Did Real win? Yes, they did indeed. I don't think we're going to do it. 6 behind. They got the better head-to-head record game. We'll keep pushing. Oh, once again, very close, but I think it's unlikely from here. Yeah, following game, Rayo Vallecano at home is going to keep our very slim title dreams alive with 7 to play. Vamos Valencia. And also, Doxy boy, why wait until next year to start playing swarming defense? Why not do it now? Why not do it now, son? You know, it's like New Year's resolutions. It's like, oh yeah, wait until the new year. Wait, it's mid-October, mate. Crack on. You've got plenty of time. Let's go. And speaking of let's go, Hugo Giroud going through to make it 1-0. Cracking finish, top corner. Valencia in front. Yeah, set the tone now. Don't need to wait till the new season to start playing locked-in defence. Start doing it now. Valencia lead. Have you win that? Yes, there we go. Much better. Much better. And with 5 to go before the break, yeah, set the tone. Set the tone. This is what we want to start doing from next season onwards. We've been too fragile. Haven't been locked in. That all changes for the new year, but it starts this season. Samu with a cracking finish. Saying to Hugo, anything you can do with your weaker foot, I can do even better. Whacks one in, left foot, top bins, Valencia 2 up right before the break. Come on. Second half underway, still leading by 2. But again, the impressive thing about this display has been just how good we've been defensively. And you very rarely say that about a Valencia team managed by Doxy boy. His sort of defending with Valencia was akin to Gary Neville's brief stint many years ago, and I've purposefully not mentioned that throughout the course of this save because of the comparisons that I'm sure people could make. But no, this is much better, much better. And if we could just defend like this for an entire season, listen, I've got no doubt whatsoever we would win a trophy. Oh, Giroud off the post, and Vallecano get it away. As things stand, cutting the gap to 3. Real still have the game in hand, but all you can do is do your job. The thing about that stint with Gary Neville, though, is like, look, let's just be totally honest here. He shouldn't have been given a job of that magnitude. Let's just be totally honest. It was wrong of Peter Lim to do that. Let's just be really clear here. Sometimes I do feel sorry for managers that have got a job when they haven't had as much experience as others, because, you know, well, how do you get the experience? By getting the job. So sometimes I do feel sorry for certain managers, but for Gary Neville's sake, that was wrong from Peter Lim to do something like that. For a club like Valencia as well, come on. But, you know, fair play for realising as well, on the back of that, management probably isn't for him. He's a great broadcaster, Gary Neville. He's a funny bloke. He's got a great analysis. He's a lot more intelligent than some people give him credit for. And he's quite versatile in his range of presenting styles as well. I think Gary Neville deserves a lot of praise for that. But also fair play for understanding, look, I'm not a football manager. I'm not going to be good at this. So as Vallecano do stop from getting back-to-back clean sheets. But fair play for understanding. This is just not for me. This is just not for me. I really appreciate someone who realised this is beyond my level, you know, and I'm not going to go back in. Well, might have lost a clean sheet. Disappointed to not hold on to back-to-back. But other than that one chance, that's all they had in the entire game. And so you can't be perfect for the entire 90 minutes every game. But if I can just limit clear-cut chances to 1 per game, it's better than the 5 we've had all season long against us. 2-1 Valencia, 3 wins on the row. We're not giving up. Again, this is the problem we've got. Real Madrid thrashing Leganes last night, which means that whilst we try and put the pressure on, Carlo Ancelotti is unfazed by it. Following contest, another tough one as well. Real Sociedad away from home, still 6 behind, still with that worst head-to-head record as well. And again, even if we win the remaining 6 games, Real Madrid only need to win 4. So destiny still firmly out of our own hands. But as you always say, all you can do is do your job and control the controllables. Real Sociedad away. Next up, that was Valencia. Yeah, just got to keep going. Got to keep going. Pick yourself up. Move on to the next one. And even if it all feels like a lost cause, in the words of Beck, ultimately, all you can do is just control those controllables the best you can. Great ball through that. Adamola, look, man. Great dispossession from Prados, though. And again, if nothing else, it's a chance to set the tone for next season, you know. Aiming to change our mindset a little bit. Yeah, winning Guerra by being much more concentrated. And that phrase, locked in. As Giro finds a Ariso. I've really liked this right back this season. And Samu offloads to Lee. Oh, what a goal. Well, we signed him from Sociedad and he's just scored away at a Real Arena in his comeback game. Well, coming back to his old club. What a goal. Zakarian, the Russian, dispossessed by Mosquera, brings it out of the defence as well and takes it over the halfway line and finds Giro. Samu. Well, Pepe Lu all day and you've got a man in the middle. You take it yourself, son. I trust you. Come on. Control those controllables, it's all you can do. Valencia up by 2, 30 minutes in. Fermin for Sociedad has his pass cut out by Mosquera, and this has been the best defence we've played in a long time, to say the very least. Better late than never, and unfortunately whilst it will probably come in vain, like I said, if nothing else, it's proof here. We can do it. We can defend this way. We just need to be locked in and fully focused. I mean, it's just so much better. So much better. The Valencia of earlier in this season would have allowed that run down the right, ball into the middle, 2-1. Instead, the new look Valencia, shut the door, go on the break, get a third. Setting the tone, and it starts with stops. Ariso, who I've really liked this year, makes it 3. Another 3 points, 4th win on the trot. No. Come on. Points are in the bag. But again, that's what I want to see. Points are in the bag, but 4 to play. We are not going to lapse concentration for a second. I was reading an article about how Mikel Arteta once hired some pickpocketers to target Arsenal players when they're out for a team dinner, as if to say, you can't let your guard down for a second, so you've got to remain fully focused until that final whistle. It's an obscure bit of micromanagement, but listen, if it works for Arsenal, then no one's going to complain. That's what I think I need to do. When we're out for paella, I'm going to hire some locals to try and pickpocket my back line, because in that game, they kept their pockets unpicked and held on to the clean sheet. Second in 3 games, 3-0 victory, 4 wins on the trot. That's the sort of locked-in defence we need from every single second before that final whistle is blown. Mikel Arteta reminds me a bit of Joe Mazzulla. I've had a couple of basketball references today, but for those that watch the NBA, do you agree with me? Do you think Mikel Arteta's kind of cut from the same cloth as Joe Mazzulla, Boston Celtics head coach? It definitely feels that way, doesn't it? But as we're advancing through to the Celta Vigo game at the Mestalla, Real Madrid, is that still free? It is still free. Have they played the game? They have. Barcelona, thank you very much. Right, we'll do 1 or 2 more games today then with 5 to play. The gap is free, but the game in hand is gone. Thank you, Mr. Flick. You're forgiven for knocking me out of the cup. We're still in this, as are Barca, to be fair, in 3rd place. But we know destiny's out of our own hands. But again, all we can do is control the controllables. 2 more games today, I'll say. Starting with this, Celta Vigo at Mestalla. Let's not slip up here. Vamos Valencia. Can't let the mindset change either. Can't let the... Yes, Barde winning the focus drop. You know, gap is free. Game in hand is gone. And yes, there's an increased chance now, but it doesn't mean we can, well in Gaia, start to do anything less than what we've just been doing in these past few games. The mentality, the mindset, it needs to stay at the same level as it had been. Duro off the post. And it should have been an early opener for Valencia. Come on, get in front, protect the lead. That's a nice ball through that. Didn't want to come across. And oh, brilliant. That's the epitome of what we're trying to do. Even when there is a shot, we're not allowing a clear-cut chance, but a half-on from a tight angle. And the rebound is swarmed on and blocked. That's it. That's what we've got to do. Much better. Much better. 29 in. Still 0-0. Samu's on. Timed it perfectly. 1-0. Valencia in front. Oh, he's put it wide. Careful. Shoot from range. No, Chevalier. If a shot's going to be taken, it's got to be from a tight angle or from range. Because either way, Chevalier is probably not going to get beaten. Duro, go. He ain't going to miss this time. He ain't going to miss twice in a row. Absolutely not. Come on. Great strike. 1-0 Valencia. Still leading by 1. Starting to get a bit nervous here. Barde, well in. But with this kind of defending, if we stay locked in, there's no nerves to worry about. And if we go 2-0 up, yes! I'm sure we'll get our 5th win on the trot. Hugo Duro makes it 2. Vamos, Valencia! When I said to win the championship, we would probably need to win every single game. I said there was 10 to play, actually there were 9. But even winning 9 on the bounce was incredibly unlikely, especially with the sort of defending we'd been showing this season. But with defending like this, well, let's just say this, we've got a chance. We've got a chance. 4 to play, and we're level on points, though Real do have the game in hand. Right, let's do one more and we'll end on this with what will then be free to play in La Liga. And as we play today and Real play tomorrow, we can go top of La Liga for the first time in a very long time for at least 24 hours, even though Real Madrid will have 2 games in hand. Like we said before, destiny still firmly out of our own hands, but all we can do is put the pressure on and control the controllables. Elche away down the bottom of the table, our final game today. Vamos Valencia. It's going to go. Yeah, without doubt. Early corner, 5 minutes in. And even Elche down the bottom of the table. In the bottom 3 right now. No easy games in top level football. And Guerra denied. Got to be on our game again. If we are to let's get our 6th win in a row. In the Pepe Lu in the league. Pepe Lu through. Oh yeah, thought I took it on a bit too early there. But Pepe Lu, who missed that penalty in the Champions League last 16 against Dortmund, not haunted by it. It's a class strike into the top corner, and it's why I've stuck with him ever since the very beginning of the save. He's been one of the most consistent players, penalty miss or not, rarely lets me down. It's a good start from Valencia, but again the key, yes, healer winning, is being in kill mode really. You know, on both ends of the pitch. Defensively, yep, stay tight, just like that. But offensively, don't just sit on the 1-goal lead. You know, take the advantage, but say, right, let's get another. And then let's get another. And let's make sure that these points ain't going to drop. Message received, says our number 9. Samu makes it 2, and it should be 6 in a row for Valencia, and a position at the top of the table. Well, listen, I'm still very pessimistic of our chances of winning the silverware. But put it this way, I was defeatist and now I'm pessimistic. And so, granted, it's not great, but no matter how you look at it, it is still improvement. Oh, but what a finish that is. Unfortunately, our clean sheet streak will end after 2, but hopefully the points won't drop. 15 to play, can we close it out? I think that's going to do it. As Correa hits Duro and plays the 1-2 of Hugo. Got Samu at the far post, but instead, game management, stay in kill mode and kill this game off. And collect the 3 points, which means that for the first time in a really, and I mean really long time, Valencia are going top of the table in La Liga. Granted, Real Madrid will have 2 games in hand, but as we said before, all you can do is control the controllables. Valencia have done that, 6 wins in a row. And let's see if Athletic can do us a favour, and we'll end the episode there. Come on, the boys. Yep, that'll do it for today's episode, guys. So massive thank you for watching the penultimate episode of Season 4. If you've enjoyed it, then please do drop a like. Much love to you all. Have a fantastic day. And I'll see you for the next episode, where we'll go into it. Top of the table or in second? Top of the table or in second? Top of the table... in second place after Real Madrid get the win over Atletico Madrid, and it means that we still have a chance, but destiny's still out of our own hands. We'll do what we can do, control the controls. Have a great day, guys, much love, and I'll see you for the season finale of the La Liga career mode very soon.